Oh, it's This Epic Disaster coming at you live and in person on another Monday.
You just started that fast.
I know. I'm kicking right in.
I was about to clear my throat. Let me clear my throat.
Well, you said let's get going. You have tons of stuff to do. So
do.
we got going and we're ready to go.
And here we go.
Let's get right on it. Come on.
All
Let's
right.
get in this beer. Let's do a live beer review.
Let's do
Quickly,
live beer
let's
review.
pour it. Should I slow down?
You should probably slow down before you get smacked.
Hey, everybody. How's it going? This is This Epic Disaster. We're now officially right smack into holiday season.
Yes.
One holiday's down, gone.
Yes, gone.
Totally
over.
gone.
We've discussed it.
And I mean, it's Christmas season now. I mean, once Halloween is over, and really before Christmas kind of starts, everybody just ignores Thanksgiving.
So I went to Taco Bell for lunch the day before Halloween.
Okay.
And the decoration, you know how they put stickers in the windows or like filmy things in the windows?
Yes. Static clean things.
Clean thingies, yeah. They were Christmas decorations
Really?
the day before Halloween.
I've been in a couple of places already that have had some Christmas carols playing.
Wow.
Yeah. And we're recording this a little bit early, and by the time this comes out, it's going to be everywhere. I've already
Everywhere.
seen commercials and stuff. So
totally.
let's drown our sorrows with a little bit of brewski.
Let's do that. So today, for our live beer review, we are going to try Pecan Pie Paradise.
What?
Right? It's by Pontoon Brewing, and I'm not sure there's enough P's there. Pontoon Brewing is out of Sandy Springs, Georgia, which is right by where I work.
Oh, yeah.
Pecan Pie Paradise. With
Pecan pie.
With pecans. Is it pecans or pecans?
I don't know.
Or pecans?
I think I say pecan.
I think I say pecans too. But then when I read it, I'm like, how do you pronounce
A
that?
lot of people say pecan.
Okay. So it's pecans, cinnamon, vanilla, and lactose.
Some of my favorite stuff.
And it's a milk porter is the type of beer that we're
That's the
drinking.
lactose. No, not a lot of carbonation. Very,
not.
very little head on it.
You got a little head? Is that what you're saying?
It is what you would think maybe is the color of pecans. It's that kind of a really dark brown.
It's pretty.
It is. It smells like it's going to be good.
I just got a little taste of it.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm getting a big taste right now. Here I go.
Do it to it, and tell me what you think.
Ooh.
Initial thoughts are
Oh.
ooh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
It's a good thing I have 2 more of these at home.
How's it going? How's your life? What's happening?
Life is as life does.
Forrest Gump said that. Something like that.
Something like
I don't
that.
know. No, that was stupid. But sometimes life is stupid.
This is my life.
I'm telling you.
So it's stupid. Everything's going all right except for okay.
Okay.
This is a public service announcement.
You're going to complain about dating again?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't complain about dating because I don't date.
So, lack of dating, we'll say.
And I don't complain very much about that.
No. Go ahead.
Okay. So don't give me that face.
Public service announcement. Here
Public
we go.
service announcement. I don't give a shit
Wait a minute.
what fucking time of day it is.
Hello.
If it is pouring down rain,
Yeah.
turn your goddamn lights on.
Wait a minute.
I'm sorry.
Language.
It had to be said.
There are children listening to this podcast.
It's likely. But listen, I don't care what color your car is. I don't care if you can see just fine out of your windshield. We can't see you.
Well,
turn your lights on.
That's actually the law. You're supposed to turn them on.
I know.
You could get a ticket.
I know. Oh my God. And then on my way here.
What is happening?
No, listen. On my way here,
Yes.
you know those they're buses, so they're like they're MARTA buses, but it's not full-size bus. It's like the mobility.
I think so.
It's like it's almost got like a little cab in the front, but it's bus in the back.
I think so.
Like a mullet. And it has the little mobility thing on. It's like
Okay.
a handicap accessible. That's
Okay.
not the right word. Anyways.
Okay.
It was in the it's pouring down rain right now. This vehicle was in the HOV lane, which is the far left lane, and maybe a quarter of a mile before his exit, he starts getting over, and he doesn't give a shit who's there.
I
He just
noticed
starts
that
coming over.
A lot of public transportation vehicles don't. It's just kind of like, get out of my way.
So I basically had to hit my brakes in the rain with water on the ground on the roads, and he comes over, comes over, doesn't even see me, literally, just comes on over, and the car next to me in the lane to my right is already doing a good enough click that he's going to pass him, right? But he just starts coming over into that lane too. So the car next to me hits his brakes, and I don't know what the bus driver was thinking. He literally stopped on the interstate right in front of me.
Wow.
Until that car passed, and then he just kept going.
That's weird.
Oh my God. I almost followed his ass.
Well, you could get a license plate. And
I didn't
turn
have
him in.
time to. I'm wondering
Her, him,
because
her.
I'm looking up in my rearview mirror because I drive a silver car.
Yeah.
It's pouring down rain. There's water, splashing everywhere. I have my lights on, and clearly my brakes are on, and you can see them. However, anyways, I'm sorry. I'm just a little upset.
All right, have a beer. Take a little breather.
But wouldn't you be upset?
Yeah, I have been trying not to let traffic get me upset. That's a hard one, though.
It's tough.
Difficult.
It's tough. Yeah, especially today. Today.
Well, I think you should just, try to calm down a little bit. Maybe, you know what would help? Maybe a little bit of Would You Rather would
All
help.
right, let's do that. Would you rather
walk,
take MARTA, or kill people on the interstate?
You know what I like about MARTA, and for those who don't know, what is that? Metro Atlanta
Rapid Transit Authority.
Yeah, that's that's like the buses
or association or something.
It's not a monorail. What do they call that? The
subway.
It's not a subway. It doesn't really go underground.
No, it's just a train. It's just the train. Yeah.
I love that. I would take that everywhere if I could. That's fun.
A friend of mine just got a job that allows him to do just that.
Yeah.
And he brags all the time.
Well, there are some people who would hate it, but I think I would like it. I think that would be fun. All right. Would you rather? What we
You're
do is
going to go first this time.
I drop a color stone and then I'm feeling yellow. And then we get a question. Depending on the color of the stone that is dropped, I'm feeling yellow.
It's yellow.
I knew it. I just knew it.
Okay, so the yellow category is random, and your random would you rather question is
Bring
as
it on.
thus.
Bring it on. I'm ready for it.
Would you rather work for your sibling or for your best friend?
Best friend.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. First of all,
but you don't work. You work.
I had to work for myself.
Yeah, you don't you have a job and you work.
Yeah.
But it's not like you're clocking in and out every day. And if you call in sick and then go out for a beer with your best friend because you weren't really sick, you just needed a mental health day, it wouldn't be a thing.
The only one of my siblings I could work for who actually has a business, and I think he sold his business, but he still works, is a mortician.
Yeah.
And
you're
so
an artist, so you could do the makeup.
Pick up dead bodies. I'm not into that. I wouldn't want to do that.
You could do the makeup.
I wouldn't want to do that.
Why?
I just don't. It's not something I'm into. I don't want to do it. So
I think the whole thing's a little bit silly, and I'm sorry if this is offensive, but I think that dressing up your dead loved one and putting makeup on their face and then showing them off for everybody to see is a little awkward.
I do have a brother who started a business installing satellite dishes.
Yeah?
I could potentially do that. I mean, it isn't an interest of mine.
No.
But I could potentially do it if I needed a job.
Can I get free cable?
It's satellite.
Can I get free satellite?
I don't know. I don't. You can call, find out. I don't know. But I have to say, I'll go with the best friend, even though I don't know. I don't have any friends with businesses. I don't think so.
I'll start a business and then you work for me.
Okay. What would you start?
I would start a bar or a haunted house or
a haunted bar.
Oh,
there you go. Have a bar that's staffed by
ghosts,
ghouls, and ghosts year round. It's a theme. It's a themed bar.
Okay, but they'd have to be poltergeists because actual ghosts can't necessarily pick up and serve you a beer. But a poltergeist can.
They can because they're spirits. See, I got the jokes.
Wow.
I have the jokes. I just feel like, because I've always thought that it would be great to do like a, what do they call them? Cruise ships,
Yeah.
Cruise ships.
Yeah.
Except kind of a theme cruise ship where everybody is like dead. So it's like dead pirates. And all of the staff is like that. And then everything, the whole decor and everything looks like a dead pirate boat and ship or whatever you want to call it. And you're out on the seas like that with entertainment. I just think that would be fun. And you could do that with you could do it with a bar.
There's another business that I would like to start, and that would be like a doggy amusement park.
An amusement park for dogs?
Yes.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So not just a regular doggy daycare, but you'd have like fun things for the doggies to do, and you'd have trainers working with them all day, every day.
Okay.
So not just people watching them, but people training them all day, every day. And I wouldn't charge excessive amounts like trainers actually would, or might, if they were working with a dog every single day.
Yeah.
It would get expensive. But in this case, I wouldn't do that. Would you
All
work
right.
there?
Maybe.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and drop your green one. Let's go.
It's not going to be green.
It will be green.
You don't know?
I do know.
It's purple.
All right, green is
Stop.
purple is food ingestion. Which would you rather do? Would you rather? I'm sorry.
Is it nasty? Go ahead and ask the green one.
Oh,
Okay, ask the green one.
I don't even want to read that.
Read the green one.
All right, here's your green one. Would you rather be caught having an affair with your best friend's spouse? What is it with the best friends here?
No.
Or be caught with your child's 18-year-old best friend?
Well, since I don't have a kid.
What's she look like? No, never mind. Be caught having an affair with your best friend's spouse. I hope that's not mine.
That would be Maria, and it's not happening. Because
tried.
y'all. No, I have not tried. Y'all are married. Married means off limits.
Okay. Well, any best friend's spouse is married there, so sorry.
Yeah.
Or being caught with your child's 18-year-old best friend.
I mean, 18 is legal. Right?
Yeah, well, that's why the question exists.
As long as I'm not his teacher or educator, because there is a law that regardless of age, if you attend a school and I'm like your educator or your teacher or something, I'm not allowed to have sex with you.
No, no, no. Let's just say that.
But I will tell you that card didn't say caught doing what. It just said caught with them.
Well, there's some weird dynamics in there, and I don't know. I don't think I would want to do either of those.
I'm
both of them are kind of creepy.
I'm a bit beyond that level of I don't know, necessity. I don't even know what to call it.
All right, well, that's would you rather for this week. Okay, so all right, here we go. Classic movie. That I've watched. I haven't seen in a long, long time.
Okay.
And I watch it again.
What?
And realize it sucked.
No, and you probably had like memories that it was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it? Can you tell me?
Yeah.
What is it?
Wayne's World.
Wayne's World.
That's really kind of a sucky movie.
Oh, it's horrid.
I never thought that before, though. I mean, I knew it's a comedy. It's silly.
And Wayne's World 2 is even worse.
Wayne's World 2 is horrible. I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Most movies that have 2 after them are not good. I've always said the worst movie ever made was Weekend at Bernie's 2.
There was no point.
And I will stand by that. But
Yeah.
Wayne's World 2 was not good. But Wayne's World 1, not that good.
No.
It hasn't survived the test of time.
I'm going to agree with you on that one, even though I haven't seen it in decades.
There's a couple, and maybe just the jokes have been rehashed for many years and it's not funny anymore. But I don't know. There were some scenes that were still kind of good, still kind of cool. But overall, it doesn't make it anymore. It's not even funny. And I was thinking, what's going to happen, let's say 25 years from now?
Right.
When people go back and look at that movie, they're going to be like, really? You don't like that? That was fun to you? Or no?
Oh, there are so many movies that people are going to say that about. So many movies. I can't even, look at the Twilight series. That's just wrong.
Yeah. I never saw any of those. But yeah, I was a little disappointed. Actually, a lot disappointed. Okay, another movie. Old movie, and I'd say old, past movie.
Okay.
I don't know how old this movie is.
Yeah?
It's not old, but it's a past movie that I never watched.
Okay.
And I finally got around to watching it, and it blew me away. It's so good.
Really?
Yeah.
I would like to know what movie this is.
There are several movies like that, and then those are always great because it's a rediscovery, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So you get to see a great movie you didn't even know existed.
And now it's your fave.
This was so good. Antoine Fisher.
I have not seen it. Oh, wait, or did I see it?
I think you would know. I haven't seen it. I asked my wife. She was like, no, I didn't see it. Why haven't we? I mean, I think Denzel Washington directed it.
Yes.
I think he was up for Academy Award. I don't know whether he won or not.
Right.
And I think the movie itself might have been. Man, it is a good movie.
Well, now I know what I have to watch.
Well, you should.
Okay.
And have some tissues. It's a tearjerker.
Really? Did you cry?
I didn't cry, but I got that feeling where you could feel like the tears are starting to come up and then they stop at your eyes. They don't actually come all the way out.
So you didn't tear up at all?
No. That's man crying right there. That's just like, it's the same as crying for a dude.
Did you just call it man crying?
Yeah.
You know men do cry.
Some men do.
They're allowed.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Some girly men do. I think
Shut up. You are horrid. You are a horrid person.
I find as I get older, I tend to tear up at movies. And the weird thing is, movies that I'm familiar with, like, I don't want to say it because it always gives it away. In this spoiler, I don't want to. It's a great movie. One of my favorite movies regarding Henry.
Oh God!
There's some scenes in that movie that I know it's coming up.
Yep.
Here it comes.
Yep.
And as soon as it happens, every hair in my body stands up, and I will just want to bawl.
Yes, I know, and I practically live in that state of being the entire movie. I
love that movie, but this movie, it's inspiring. So inspiring. It's sad.
Yeah.
It's happy. It's got a great ending. It's just a great movie. All
right.
around great movie.
I will check that out.
So good experiences. I guess good and bad experiences.
I have a fun bit of news to share with you.
Uh-oh.
So around Halloween, was doing a lot of watching of the horror flicks.
Yeah.
Right?
What'd you watch?
Oh gosh, so many things. I have a list. Have you seen Tusk?
No.
Oh God, watch Tusk. Watch Tusk.
I saw some of the Chuckies, which I never liked those movies. We talked about Jennifer Tilly recently.
Yes.
She's in one of those.
Yeah, she plays the bride of Chucky.
Yeah. Those movies are horrible. And the weird thing is you can't say anything about it because they're made to be horrible. And everybody in the movie, when they're making the movie, knows they're horrible.
Right.
It's a freaking doll come to life. No one takes it seriously.
They're not trying to win awards.
No,
here.
it's fun. It's just silly, and they know it from the beginning. And I was watching it because, Katherine Heigl. I didn't know she was like in one of the first ones.
Really, I didn't know that.
Just really, really young.
Yeah,
and cute. But she's acting and reacting to this doll and crying and just all upset and freaking out and I just thought as an actor that you have to do a lot of weird stuff.
Well, you do, and you have to do that even in serious movies. You have to act against nothing or react to nothing. And have it be part of the movie. It has to be believable, and that's what makes a good actor. If you can really convey to someone that there is a tiny doll with a knife coming after you and it frightens you, then hey, you're a good actor.
I've always found it interesting when I heard stories about how actors and actresses who had such great chemistry on screen hated each other.
Yeah.
And they're doing these love scenes when they just really couldn't stand each other.
Yeah. And sometimes that comes through, but sometimes you're just like, what? They were great.
Right.
Yeah. So, okay, some of the movies that we watched around the Halloween, were The Changeling, Deathgasm.
Hello.
Which, by the way, Deathgasm.
That's How I Want to Die.
Awesome flick.
Okay.
3 from Hell, which is the...
I haven't seen any of these.
Okay, so 3 from Hell, Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yes.
And then The Devil's Rejects is the sequel to that.
Okay.
And then the third one is 3 from Hell.
Okay.
It's not really a Halloween-y movie.
Yeah.
Some of these are, some aren't. Tusk, we watched that one. And I'll tell you what, you want to be freaked out, watch Tusk. Spoiler alert, hated the ending.
That's not a spoiler alert, but...
We watched Creepshow. We watched Cabin in the Woods. Have you seen Cabin in the Woods? It's such an amazing premise. It's the whole thing of it. I had no idea. I might have had an idea, but wow, I liked it a lot.
Okay.
We saw Evil Dead in the theater.
Yeah.
Watched It 2.
Okay.
We watched The Monster Project. I think I talked about that one. It was okay. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, which was fun. And What We Do in the Shadows, which is one of my absolute faves.
I don't know any of these movies. Not a one. I mean, I know it.
Right,
I've heard that.
right.
But
this was exciting to me. Something while we were watching these movies, we discovered, my friend and I discovered that Joe Bob Briggs is back.
Yeah, he's been back for a little while.
Yeah. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Like he used to be on Something at Night. Movie channel at
Nick at Night?
No, it was like either the movie channel. Yeah, I think it was the movie channel. So now he's on Netflix.
Okay.
I think it's Netflix or Amazon. Anyways, find him. Joe Bob Briggs, his show, and he is just as sharp as ever,
Really?
and just as entertaining, and just as kind of cool. Like he talks sometimes about like current events.
Yeah.
And I kind of like his stance on a lot of things. So.
I didn't know anything about him ever, except I heard his name. And when I was young, in my 20s and probably early 30s,
Right.
When I was a young Christian, I followed or I subscribed to a magazine called the Wittenberg Door. And the Wittenberg Door was a Christian satire magazine.
Okay.
It was actually one of the magazines that was kind of responsible for uncovering the televangelists in the 80s, Jim Bakker and Oral Roberts. I mean, they would post a lot of stories and really kind of, they did some investigation into these and kind of exposed them for what they were. But they had fantastic cartoons, great stories, humor, stuff that you can't probably get away with in church nowadays.
Yeah.
And even back then they had a lot of, it was very controversial. A lot of people thought what they were doing was blasphemous, but it was just, they were having a good time and it was fun. So now, I don't think Joe Bob bought the magazine, but he became the editor. And he might have been one of the owners, I'm not sure. But as far as I know, he's still the editor. And the magazine itself does not print paper anymore. It's now online. And last I checked, they were kind of like not doing anything. They were sort of on hiatus or something.
What's the name of it again?
The Wittenberg Door.
I wonder if maybe they're on hiatus because he's doing the show again.
The Wittenberg Door in religious history was when Martin Luther went to the was it Catholic
And stuck something on the door.
His reformations, and but so that's what the Wittenberg Door is, and it's misspelled on purpose in the magazine. But the magazine was hysterical, and so I grew up enjoying that because I was always a satire person and I was a young Christian, and so that was funny.
So it was funny because you got most of the references.
That's right.
Being a Christian.
Yeah. But he's still involved. In fact, you can go online and you can find out some of the articles he's written in the magazine and things like that.
I probably wouldn't get any of the references. Like you had to tell me things that I'd never even heard. Like people, like biblical figures that are well known, and I'm like, who's that? What is that? I
The
don't know what
magazine
that
really
is.
started moving towards kind of real, like Robert Tilton, the minister, the preacher. They really kind of got into this uncovering these
You'll get it.
mega pastors and shysters and whatever. So
Cool.
that kind of became their thing, and they released some videos. I think they wrote some articles about who's the guy in Texas, Joel.
The megachurch guy?
Yeah,
It starts with an N?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't remember. Anyway, I think they did some stuff about him. I don't know, but anyway,
Interesting.
Joe Bob was involved. Still is, I think.
Joe Bob is just an awesome human being.
All right, so I had wait a minute. Were you done?
Are you done talking so I can talk now, please?
You were
Yes,
talking
I'm-
about Joe Bob.
I'm done. I was just
What
pleased.
you did at Halloween, the things you watched on Halloween.
I was pleased to discover the Joe Bob of today.
My tradition, one of my traditions on Halloween is to watch Lost Boys. I might do that. This is before Halloween we're recording. I might do that this year. I don't know.
We weren't going to say it was before Halloween.
Oh, I don't care.
Okay, fuck it. It's before Halloween, people.
Halloween's tomorrow. Let's put
Yes,
it that way.
so Halloween's tomorrow.
It's not a spoiler, and people are like, oh, what? They're
I'm
recording
turning
early.
this off.
I'm not listening to this show anymore.
These people suck.
But you were talking about Halloween movies, and
Yes.
how there's one more day for
Yes.
Halloween. And I think that's a movie that I'll watch because I like The Lost Boys. So I might do it.
think you
Might try to
should.
squeeze it in.
I think you should.
Squeeze it in.
Squeeze it in.
All right, so here's my question. This is what I want to talk about here right now.
What you got? Lay it on me. Bring it.
I'm what you might call
An alcoholic? No.
wait a minute.
Pervert.
Where did that come from?
No.
I'm kind of a skeptic.
Really?
I'm a little bit of.
Don't say.
I'm a little bit of a skeptic and a little skeptical, and I might have some trust issues with my fellow human beings.
No.
So I'm curious. First of all, your stance. How do you handle, or how do you deal with panhandlers?
How do I deal with them?
Mm-hmm.
And give me an example of what,
let's say
what
two.
situation this panhandler is in.
So, and this happens now. I think it's every city. I don't even think it's just in Atlanta. But if you go off the exit, off the interstate, you hit an exit, and you go down right down there at the bottom of the exit. There's going to be somebody standing there with a cardboard sign printed on it: "Homeless, need help," or something, need a job, whatever. Okay, panhandler one. The other kind of panhandlers, it's a lot of times when I'm filling up with gas at a gas station, somebody will come up and give me a story about how they ran out, they didn't have money and they need money for gas and they're trying to put gas in their car. Can they borrow some money, or would you mind putting your card in this thing for them?
In that same vein is the person that comes up to you in the grocery store parking lot wanting gas money.
Same thing.
Or bus fare.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then just walking down the street, homeless person, homeless panhandler. Let's just say panhandler. I'm going to say homeless, but you got any change? I need something to eat. Need a burger. How do you handle that?
Well, you're a skeptic. I'm a cynic.
Well, I'm cynic too. Cynical, skeptical.
Okay. So I find myself on occasion, I will hand somebody money, and it's oftentimes based on what they look like.
Hello.
And the feeling I get from them.
That's prejudice.
No. I'm not saying what color they are or what sex they are, whatever. I'm saying
prejudice is prejudging. You said you give it to them based on their looks.
Okay, well, you prejudge everybody that walks towards you.
Yeah, that's prejudice.
You can't not do that. That's
Right.
called initial judgment. That's called
prejudging. It's prejudice.
everybody's prejudice then.
Yeah.
Okay.
We all are. We all have our prejudice.
Then
We
why'd
like
you
to pretend like we
Then
don't.
why'd you call me out on it?
I just said that is prejudice, judging someone by their looks.
Okay, well, I'm not going to sit there and take the time to get to know them
Okay.
before I decide to give them money.
Oh, God forbid you do that.
Honestly, I'm in my car. I ain't got time.
Okay.
So I am more likely to hand cash to somebody at the off the interstate.
Like me. Would you give it to me?
No.
So if I stood out because I could probably do it.
You look like you eat well.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not skinny, but I think I could like mess my hair up and put dirt all over me and wear some ragged clothes. I could probably make a pretty good money down there at the end of the interstate.
Doing what?
Just standing there holding a sign.
Oh, yeah, you probably could. Honestly,
Have you ever watched? This is like every cycle of traffic. I'm going to guess. I mean, maybe $15, $20. Mm-hmm. Every time.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that at all. No.
I watch. Sometimes they give them $1, but sometimes I look and it's not just it's paper money and it's not a dollar bill. They're getting something more.
I've handed somebody a 10 before.
Yeah, but I
accidentally handed somebody $25 once.
I will bet you at the end of the day these people have between $400 and $500.
No.
Yes.
No.
I will bet you.
Were you going to bet me $400 or $500?
Yes.
Okay. Are you going to do it so we can find out?
No, I'm not going to do it. We'll go roll a homeless person down.
Wow.
Count their money.
Did you just say that out loud? You
Yeah.
are a horrible, horrible human being.
Yeah, well, it's for science, and we'll count their money. We'll see how much they made.
It's for science.
It's because what I'll see a guy. It's usually a dude, not always, but I'll see a dude at the end of the interstate, and he starts looking familiar. It's like, oh, I've seen that dude before, and then I'll go to another interstate exit, and it's that same dude. He's moved now somewhere else. Mm-hmm. I think they cycle through it. But I read a story once in a newspaper about this group of people, and that was their job. Every day they were runaways, and every day they would get up and they would be at the end of the exits, and they would move around. They would just change up, and that's how they made their money.
Did I ever tell you about Floyd in Anchorage?
No.
Okay, so there was a guy named Floyd in Anchorage, Alaska, and it could be snowing, it could be cold, it could be hot, it could be raining, and he would stand on the side of the road with his little sign, and he would bounce up and down. Now, Floyd had some developmental issues, or setbacks, I should say, and he was a bit slower than somebody his age, okay? And he was being taken care of by a caregiver, and that caregiver used to make him stand out on the side of the road and get money.
And I guarantee you made some decent money.
Floyd made great money. Everybody knew who Floyd was, and I don't think Floyd got to keep any of it.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Well,
now that's upsetting to me because everybody's giving him money, going, "Oh, here, Floyd, have $1, have a soda, have a sandwich, whatever." And the food is great. Floyd ate the food, but he didn't get the cash.
Right.
His caregiver took it.
I think I've mentioned on this show before. At some point, I used to work in a place up in East Tennessee, and I look right out the window, and where I was facing, there was this guy who would stand there every single day. He was a little guy, little person, 3 feet tall,
okay,
I guess around there. Looked like he might be in his 60s.
Okay.
It looked like an Apple doll.
Oh my gosh! So a little old, a little puffy.
Yeah, well, he looked like a puppet. Actually, he looked like a ventriloquist doll. He wore like a little tux. He wore like a little tucked shirt and a top hat, and he would just stand there every single day, every day. And I would watch people give him money, and if they were giving him dollar bills, he was making good money. And I know some of it was not dollar bills, but I would just watch. It would happen all the time. And then at one point, and I just remember the guy, and then at one point I saw him in Walmart with who I thought was his family. I assume it was his family, and he was buying a file cabinet. I guess to keep all the receipts from the money that he was making while he was out there.
Or to keep his taxes in if it had a lock on it. Because he had to pay taxes on that, right?
I don't know. I don't know how to do
I don't. I'm being
panhandlers.
facetious.
Anyway, but I just feel like that and again, this is a separate issue. It doesn't matter how much they make. If they want to get out and do it, that's their job.
Good
they
on
go out
you.
and do it.
Yep.
People want to give them money. If they want to ask for it,
have it.
It's a closed deal. So going back to my original question, how do you handle that? What do you do when panhandlers come up and ask you for money?
Well, more often than not, I don't have cash on me.
That's what I always say.
I don't
No cash.
carry cash.
Yeah.
I will occasionally, I'm going to say this out loud. This might be a bad idea. But there is a place in my car where I occasionally keep a few dollars.
What?
Not a lot, just a few dollars.
Uh-huh.
And so if I'm in, that's why I am more likely to give somebody money getting off the interstate, because I'm in my car where my cash is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I'm walking down the street, it's likely I don't have any cash on me, and that's not a lie. It's just I don't carry cash. I don't even carry a purse. I carry my phone that has my credit cards in it, and that is it. So when somebody comes up and asks me for money and I say I don't have any cash, even if I'm coming out of the grocery store with, bags of groceries, I still don't have any cash. I didn't just get change. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and I'm not lying. And I guess the way I handle it, just in general, whether I have cash on me or not.
Well, I've had people ask me to go to the ATM and get. I say I don't have cash, and they say, "Well, would you take your card and go to the ATM and get some cash?"
No, I'm sorry.
I mean, they work it out.
They got solutions. They got solutions for you. My answer to that is absolutely not. How about no? And I guess the way I handle it is I prejudge. I guess you're right. I look at the person and I ask myself. See, I'm a feeler. Like I don't.
Ooh, what?
I don't touch them. I get a feeling of them, by looking at them and just kind of trying to understand where they're coming from for a split second. And oftentimes I can tell this person's just, whatever. This person's just, trying to get cash because they don't want to go to work, or this person's doing whatever, or, but when somebody is really hard up and they need help, I have no problem helping it. I have it. You need it. You got it.
I don't know if you remember this. It's while we were in Chattanooga, we went to a gas station and someone came up and gave the big story, how they lost this, they needed that, whatever, and they needed money for gas to get home. Could you give them money? Whatever. And I don't know. I think we said no. And then days, maybe a couple weeks, whatever, later, went back. And that same person was
Yes.
at the same gas station
Yes.
asking for the same thing.
Yes.
And that's when you just kind of like start thinking, oh, is this just a business for them?
Yes.
But I don't know. With the holidays coming up, I started thinking about it, and I like to think I'm a helpful person. I like to think that I'm a spiritual person. I like to think that I'm a person that wants to help my fellow human being in time of need. I try to do that. But I tend, when people come up to me and ask, I don't know why, I tend to constrict. I immediately kind of feel like this is a scam. This is I'm being played. I don't know why it is. It's like an immediate thing.
Well, maybe because you are and you can feel it.
I don't know. Yeah,
It's just that if that's the feeling I get when somebody's asking me for something, I trust that. That's called intuition. And if you don't trust that, and you're looking at it like I'm skeptical and I think everybody's taking advantage. Well, that's because most people are.
Yeah.
So if that's the feeling you get from somebody when they ask you for assistance, then trust it. You have to trust it.
I remember we were, my wife and I were going to an art festival a couple years ago, and this man asked us for money so he could buy something to eat.
Oh, I remember this story.
I'm going to go down at the bottom of the hill down here to the burrito place and get some food. And we said, all right, we'll buy it. Come on, let's go. Mm-hmm. So he followed us down there, and we stood in line. We let him order. We gave him food, and that was it. Mm-hmm. I will help people. I try to help people. But I feel like maybe I should be helping more, and that I probably shouldn't close off. Because when you think about it, how much? It's $1. If you just give somebody $1 that they ask, you're not. I mean, how many times do I get asked? Which is rare. If I have a few dollars in my pocket just for that, and someone asks, I mean, it's not my business to find out. Do they really need? Well, they do need something because they're standing out and asking for it.
Right.
They may not be as destitute as they're pretending, but who cares? They still need money.
Right.
What? Donald Trump's not going to be out there asking for that. Bill Gates is not going to be out the street asking for that. They got all the money they need.
I might.
You will not.
I might.
No, you won't. You won't be there. You got a job and you're not going to do it. You might feel like it sometimes, but you're not. So the fact that they're actually out there in a situation where they're having to ask strangers for money.
That means they need it.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, okay, $1. Let me just give them $1.
It's not the end of the world for you.
I always feel bad because that, like I said, I just constrict. Somebody asks, I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't have any cash. And then my wife will give them money. My wife will give anybody money. Just ask. And then I'm like, I feel like a dick now.
That's good to know. I'm just going to ask her.
She will. You know she will.
Do you know what your wife did for me one time?
Lots of stuff.
I said, hey, can I borrow $75 until next payday?
Yeah.
And she goes, well, here, just take this credit card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She goes, just use this as much as you need to.
Yeah.
And then give me the cash when you give it back.
That's what she does.
And I spent $150 on her credit card.
She's a much better person than both of us.
And I gave her
together.
$170 back with the card. Because,
But
how
I'm just
awesome
saying,
is that?
Like, I feel like that I think I'm a good person. I think I try to do the right thing. But then I just, it's just like, that's just second nature is to kind of tense up and go, what do they want this for?
Yeah,
I bet
for
they're
horrible
lying.
people like me and you.
She doesn't even think about it. She just gives it to them.
I know.
I feel bad.
She's like a saint.
And it kind of, but I've been thinking about it for the holidays because, like charity. Mm-hmm. Do you do any kind of charity things during the holiday? And I'm just not trying to embarrass you, or you don't have to necessarily reveal what you do.
I do. I do. And it's not always as much as I'd like to do, just because I can't.
Yeah.
But I do.
I remember my ex-wife and I, because we didn't have kids, so we would always adopt a family for Christmas, and we would buy their kids toys.
Right.
It was so much fun.
Yeah. You just wanted to play with the toys.
No, just looking at their face light up and everything, and we would do what they would. I guess they do the angel tree. Maybe it's the same thing when you would pick a family off the tree,
right?
And then you're their angel. You would help them out. But we did a lot of that kind of stuff, and I don't do it as much anymore. I guess I should, but I've been thinking a lot recently about going to don't know what the proper word anymore. We always said nursing homes, but assisted living centers and senior citizen homes, senior homes, or whatever.
You should do that all year round.
Yeah.
That's not just a Christmas thing.
I think about that because there's a lot of them around here. And I start thinking about how so many of these people don't have families or families that want to come. And I don't have grandparents anymore. It's like you adopt a grandparent.
I have been talking about adopting a grandparent for years, and I've not done it. And it's because of my own cynicism and, I hate to say it, but lack of compassion. Now, I am a very compassionate person.
You are.
But I sometimes feel guilty that I don't have more compassion. And I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah.
But would you invite a stranger to have holiday dinner with you?
No,
Thanksgiving dinner?
I don't even invite my friends in my house. Why would I invite a stranger?
But I mean, would you consider that?
If we were going somewhere, yes. But not to my house. Yeah. Don't come to my house. I would not invite anybody into my space, into my sanctuary. I'm one of those people that needs space and time to decompress because I am extremely introverted. And when I do a lot, I got to have a day, right? Yeah. And just the idea of somebody being in that space with me really, really kind of irks me, unless it's somebody I care about. So a stranger, absolutely not. But if we were going to go like to an event or to some like thing that somebody was putting on, yeah, I might invite somebody who could not afford to go on their own and say, hey, I'll pay your way. Let's go. You know, let's go have a meal or something. Let's go party.
I feel like that I need to open up more in the holidays. It's kind of a goal of mine this time. I don't know. I don't know why. I've thought a lot about it, about sharing holiday experience. As I get older, I feel like, this is not going to sound right, but I feel more numb towards holiday experience as I did compared to when I was younger.
Yeah.
I still enjoy them.
Yeah.
But they seem to go by so fast. And a lot of times I'm involved in so much stuff and I don't get to participate in as much stuff. And I don't know. It's Christmas Day, and then all of a sudden it's like 6 o'clock Christmas Day, and it's like, wow, all year I look forward to Christmas, and now it's done. And it's just quick. And I don't have kids to share it with, and my wife and I, we always have fun, and we share Christmas together. And you're usually here, and we usually have other family, but I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm getting to the point, age-wise, where I just need to invite more people into my holiday experience or something. I don't know.
Well, that would certainly change it up and maybe make it not feel like it went by so quickly because you have more memories and more people to share it with.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a possibility. I mean, time tends to go faster the older you get.
Well, I feel like I'm going to be looking for more opportunity to be more charitable. It's just a personal thing. I mean, I'm not saying you have to, and it's not a requirement. You're not a bad person if you don't do it.
Right.
But I feel like for me, where I am, maybe I need to open up a little more. And then I just feel like all year round, because there's a lot of homeless. There's a lot of needy people in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah. There's about 7,000 homeless people or more.
And giving, like, I try to give clothes that I can't wear and stuff and whatever. And I just need to look for more opportunities to do that, I think.
And Atlanta has quite a few opportunities, so you shouldn't have any problem finding. We have a lot of nonprofit clients, so maybe I can help you out with that. But also, this is the cynicist. This is the cynical one, whatever, talking here, okay? So pay attention.
I'm paying.
Before you donate to a charity, and I'm just going to name a few, UNICEF, Salvation Army, United Way, whatever. Before you, and that's not just those three, all of them. Before you donate, do your research, find out how they use donations. Because there are some that I absolutely flat out refuse to donate to at this point because they use those donations politically in some situations. They require some of the people who get those donations or the people that the funds are supposed to be going to help. They require unusual things of them in order to get that money, things that you may not agree with. But just anybody that's listening, before you donate to anything, do your research. They have to tell you where that money is going, and you can find it online. So before you donate, find out if even just a little percentage of that donation is going to go to something you don't want.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we live in an era where we expect people that we interact with to be unstained and to be absolutely perfect, and that perfection has to be kind of bend towards our own will, and it can't always be that because you got 10 people, and some people are more demanding than others, and you can't, you're going to have some person that says, I'm not going to do it unless you do this, and somebody's going to say, I'm not going to do that if you do that. And so you can't win. It's like Starbucks as a corporation, no matter what move they make politically, it's going to piss off a certain group of people, and not even just politically, people looking for things. So that's just society that we're in. Mm-hmm. And charities like that too. Like I give a lot of and shop at Goodwill. I guarantee you, if you look at Goodwill's books and actions and everything, you could probably find some stuff in there that you don't agree with. But at the same time, they help people, they employ people, they give people a new start in life, and you give them stuff for free and they sell it and they make a little bit of money. So I haven't gone into everything about Goodwill, and I don't know everything about their background, but I could probably find some stuff in there that I don't agree with. But you got to give it to somebody.
Sometimes it's okay, because sometimes the amount of whatever it is that you don't agree with, whether it's I just kind of don't agree with that, mm-hmm. or whether it's maybe it's just such a small amount it really doesn't make that much of a difference compared to the good that they're doing. Mm-hmm. So you have to just kind of weigh it for yourself. I'm not saying if a charity does one little tiny thing that you don't agree with, then boycott them or whatever. That's not what I'm getting at. I'm just saying, just take a close look, do a little bit of research before you're going to give somebody money or time or whatever it might be, and just be sure.
Well, I hope we can all be a little more charitable during the holidays. We try to invite people over to our place. I know a lot of times it's friends, mm-hmm. but we've invited people who just didn't have a space in their family, or didn't have a family, or whatever.
Like me.
Just like, come on over.
Yeah.
And so my family traditionally has always kind of done that. My immediate family, and I don't know, just sharing is just part of what the holidays are about, right?
Yeah, and coming from Alaska, it's a very Alaska thing, because you get a lot of people up there who are transplants, not from there, so they don't have family up there, mm-hmm. and it's expensive to get in and out of Alaska. So they can't go home, whatever home might be, if they have a home somewhere. They can't go out both Thanksgiving and Christmas, if those are the holidays they choose to celebrate.
Right.
So, one of those they're going to spend with friends or somebody else's family. I did. I spent most Christmases with the stalker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, and she never really invited me. She just kind of said, you're just there.
Invaded.
No, the way she said it is, you're just there. You're just there.
Well, you're kind of like that at our place, too. You're just there.
I'm just there.
But that's okay. No one's complaining.
All
right. Well, I guess, if anything, maybe I'll challenge you to challenge everybody to find more ways to be a little more aware of the needy people this holiday season, whether you just buy a gift for a stranger, clean out your closets, I just cleaned out my sock drawer, and I probably have 25 pairs of socks mm-hmm. that I'm going to rehome. And I read that that's like one of the biggest needs for homeless people is socks
and underwear. At work,
I'm not going to give them my underwear. I'm not that cruel.
No, but we did a underwear drive at work.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. So you had to buy just different sizes and mm-hmm. and types of underwear and donate. And we took a bunch of underwear up to the mission.
Yeah.
Just because, people need underwear.
I just like to just walk around. You find because in Atlanta there you'll find little camps a lot of times. It's just mm-hmm. camps, and that people are living there, and just give them a bag of socks. Here you go. Do whatever you want to with them. I don't care.
Yeah.
Use them on their hand. Use them for gloves.
Here's some socks.
Yeah. So I'm challenging everybody this year to look for new ways that maybe you can help some people out. if you can, maybe you're the one that needs help. Just never be ashamed to ask for help if you need it. Because sometimes it's the other way around. You might need help this year. Next year, someone else might need help.
Exactly.
I've been in situations, both sides. I've been in situations where I've had to ask for help.
Same.
And I've been in situations where easily I could help other people.
Same.
And so it's, I'm always thankful for the people who are there to help. And I'm thankful for the people that allow me to help them when they need it. So.
Cool. Well, that's a nice little message for you.
All right. What you got? Anything else before we shut it down?
No, sir.
Shut the podcast down.
I need to go home. And because you already revealed that it is the day before Halloween, I will tell you that I need to go home and paint my horns.
We'll talk about that last week.
That's what he said. Not that part, my part.
I'm just saying last week we talked about that.
Yeah.
You told everybody what was going on last week, so they'll know.
Okay, you're right.
They'll know. We're so out of sequence here. I'm getting ready to go to Florida for a job again, and we're kind of recording out of sequence. But anyway, it's fun to do that.
Sorry for the confusion, folks.
And if you're new to the podcast, we'd like to hear from you. We'd love to hear, just drop us a line, say, I'm new to the podcast, and let us know how you found it. Did you find a sticker? Did somebody come up to you and say, listen to this podcast? It's cool.
It's cool.
Because a lot of times people who talk like that will come up to you
and say, it's cool.
Oh, you could see the podcast. You need to really listen to this podcast.
You would really like it.
We would like to know. Also, feel free to give us some suggestions. If you hate something we say, or if you'd like for us to say something we're not saying, we'd like to hear from that. Cheri has a thing where she will give you some relationship advice. Everybody needs relationship advice around the holidays. Sometimes you're feeling lonely, something's not working, and relationships sometimes break up around this time of year. Some of them start this time of year, but anyway, you can send her any kind of problems that you may have and need some advice. She'll help you out. I'm always available for dream interpretations. I've been dreaming a lot recently. My wife and I both have. I don't know what it is. Something in the food, maybe?
I haven't been sleeping enough to dream.
Yeah. So anyway, you can interact with us on Facebook. We're on Facebook probably more than anything. Just look us up on This Epic Disaster on Facebook. But we're also on Twitter. We're on Instagram. We are on YouTube.
Yeah,
right?
We're there too.
And we keep saying we're going to do a video. Soon we'll be doing a video. I'm going to put a video up.
You just keep saying that.
Well.
And maybe it'll happen.
But we're going to do that really, really soon. And also, stickers. We got stickers. And you know what? It rained on our Halloween parade.
Yeah, which we talked about already.
So we didn't get to give out as many stickers as we thought we were going to have. So we have a little bit left. So if you would like some of our new stickers, drop us a line. Say, I want one of your new stickers. We will send them to you. Send us your mailing address and we will do that. Before we say goodbye to everyone, we got to tell you what we think of this
beer.
brewski.
The beer.
We both drank it all.
Yeah, it's really good. Pontoon Brewing in Sandy Springs, Georgia. Pecan Pie Paradise.
Pecan Paradise.
Pecan Pie.
I got 2 pecans in paradise.
Tell me what movie this is. Would you like a slice of my pecan pie?
That is Harry Met Sally.
That is correct. Ding, 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 ding. Tell him what he's won.
I was confused because there's a scene in another one of my favorite movies, Keeping the Faith, where Ben Stiller talks about pecan pie.
Interesting.
And I always get kind of those.
Apparently, it's a good topic.
Yeah.
So this has 3% alcohol by volume.
And it's yummy.
It is yummy.
It's very dark. It tastes a lot like coffee.
Well, it's a milk porter.
Yeah, it's got those kind of dark tastes that we like. It's rich. It's not as dark as some of the ones that we've had, though.
It's slightly sweet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's pecan pie. But it might just be too sweet for me.
Okay.
At the end, it's like starting to become sickly.
Well, it loses the carbonation. When the carbonation goes away, it's really syrupy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I could have one.
Okay. And you did.
And I did. And then, maybe another day I can have another one.
Okay.
But it's not the kind of thing I'm going to have more than one of at a time.
Yeah.
Which is fine. You don't have to.
Be good with a cigar. I don't smoke cigars, but if I did, I would have one of these. Or my pipe. Ooh, that would be good.
Uh-oh.
Light up a pipe.
I might have a cigar this year.
Oh, really? On New Year's or something?
No, it's in the fall.
Okay.
It's in November.
What are you going to rate this beer here?
I'll give it a 3. Solid 3. Yeah. Solid 3.
I'm giving it a 4.
Well, good for you.
Giving it a 4. I like the taste. It's kind of a good autumn fall beer. 4.
4.
It's my vote. Big 4. All right. So check into the beer. See if you like it. What happened to my voice just then? I was Peter Brady.
Your voice finally cracked.
Yeah. All right. We will talk to you next week here on This Epic Disaster, which actually will be last week. Or something like that. I'm confused.
We're all confused.
We're going to go and figure it out.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. This is a Violet Jester Media podcast.